If you are a cheater, you are dishonest and broken.
And
you need to be fixed.
Let's fix you. Let's fix me. Let's fix all you cheaters out there.
Right? We may say this overtly, but we believe it.
Yeah. It's something that is society. We're not saying like, you need to be broken or you're broken, you need to be fixed. But we do believe it. It is something that is in our collective psyche. Like, you need to be fixed. You need to be fixed. And to your point, it's not like your therapist is going to say, hey, you need to be fixed. But let's be honest. How many people, including the therapist, because I've been in this unique situation, they feel that, and they actually, sometimes there's even Freudian slips about it. So this is a very unique little topic.
So we don't blame you in that, because like culture tells us this, chick flicks tell us this. Just in fact, we were watching this movie a few weeks ago, and it's a really funny movie, but there was a scene in there where somebody cheated, and he was called out, and he was like, I'm a piece of shit.
Right. And it's
for cheating.
Yeah.
Sure, you can own the fact that...
And everybody agrees, right? And everyone's like, oh. It is. And it's really kind of interesting because it presents a double standard. So what the premise here is that we cheaters need to be fixed. But let's talk about a few other scenarios, shall we?
Yeah.
What if I embellish all the time? I'm just an average guy or gal that tends to embellish the truth a lot.
Yeah.
Or I try to just to puff myself up. Or I kind of cheat on those taxes a little or a lot.
Or you just like, you steal little things, every once in a while.
Right, little thievery.
Or high finger discount.
Right, or your time card at work's not quite there, right? Or you're a dick in a relationship. Yeah. And you're just, oh no, that's just Jack being Jack, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's just kind of an asshole. But
are we labeling those people or those sins as you need to be fixed?
Right?
Or used goods, like this needs to be fixed.
Now let's play devil's advocate. Everybody's like, but that's not the same as cheating. And that's our point, right? We tend to put these sin hierarchies up in society. We tend to say, this needs to be fixed, that needs to be fixed. No, that one's okay.
It's okay. You can put that.
We can excuse that. We understand that. We're all human beings. But you need to be fixed. So what we want to do is we want to come up with a little better thought process that will actually be proactive versus drumming up the same old nonsense.
Yeah, so we need to acknowledge first that we all want to heal after an affair.
Right.
Everybody wants to.
Yeah. We're not saying that we're not putting our head in the sand. Of course, things need fixing, and it's not in the case of like you, the person, the soul needs to be fixed. There are certain things because of the aftermath of an affair. We need to fix a broken relationship. We need to work on some of the things.
Communication.
There can be things that's like fixed with a lowercase f versus fixed with an uppercase F, like you, the soul, the human being. That's really what we're pointing to. And so how about we come up with a little bit different, maybe, shall we even go so far as to say like a radical idea?
Yeah.
Right? A little bit of a paradigm shift. And that is, what if we could come from a place of equality? Now take a big, deep breath, especially if you're...
cheater is on the same level as the victim.
Yes.
The other people.
Again, radical idea, right? And especially if you're the victim, I'm 99%, you're like triggered right now. Hear us out, right? This comes from a different, higher level of thinking, and we're not sitting here saying we've perfected this. Far from it, right? But what if we could come from a place of healing, like, okay, we are all one. So one of the basic core tenets of spirituality is that we come from the same cloth. We're all merely the same cups of ocean, right? That comes from, like, it's a unique cup of the ocean, but it comes from the ocean. If we could approach healing from that standpoint, and again, we understand it's radical, how much of a radical change would we experience as a culture? And what would that do for us seismically if we were to change that vibration versus I have to be right, I have to be wrong? What if we were to erase like this sin hierarchy that we just mentioned? us being down here, you being up here, or anything in between, if we work more towards, okay, we're human beings, we make mistakes. I'm not going to put a huge gradient between what I do and what you do, right? Acknowledge for sure that there is hurt. Acknowledge that there needs to be healing, all these things. But look at, if we were to come from this standpoint, how would this benefit everybody involved? If everybody could come from this, victim, cheater, kids, if we could come from this, it has a positive effect, a 360 effect. And that's the thing, is we want to create a groundswell. We want to create something where a shift in consciousness. Think about that. We're all about radical ideas here and pushing back. What has the Dalai Lama said? You get enough people in consciousness, you can literally change the world. Now, don't quote me. I know that's the essence of what he said, paraphrasing. Okay. And that's what we're suggesting here. When you have a radical idea like infidelity and getting on the same path and the same wavelength as a cheater, we're not talking about like intentions or actions. We're talking in a place of love and healing. That is the impetus that leads us towards healing.
Right. And this is something that it has to change. Like if we're doing the same thing and wanting a different result, like what is that?
The definition of insanity.
Right. Like we're not going to get anything different by continuing to put one sin above the other, where like if we could come out of it and look at all sides of the story, really try and understand like what each person was feeling, what the cheater was feeling,
what led to it,
right? And like just really understand. And that's not taking away from what the victim experienced,
no, not at all,
but really just trying to have that compassion and love for that and for the healing, like moving to the healing direction.
So maybe here's a little activity to exit with. If you are on the cheating side, as we are, imagine seeing yourself and envisioning yourself from a different point of view, from a place of love, that you are not on some lower level, you're not at some lower echelon, that you are in equality with everybody else, okay, despite what you've been told. Now, if you're on the victim side, I want you to imagine coming from a place of love and connecting your heart even to the perpetrator who has hurt you. Right? Now, not easy. Easy for you to say it, I understand. But as far as at least concept, and if we could at least conceptually start to entertain these things, then over time, collectively, we can start to have a different way of solving things and getting into action through our healing, because healing requires action. Let's acknowledge that. Yeah. But that's going to influence our actions for the better. And that's really what we're talking about.
Yeah. So if any of this resonates, please share it, subscribe. And also we are offering you our 30-minute post-cheater debrief phone call.
Yes, we are.
And this is a phone call where you get to talk to us. And we're two people that have likely been in your shoes. And we want to offer our first healing step in this journey. And this is something that we wish that we could have had at the very beginning when we were going through everything.
And that's really why we do it, because we want to connect with you in a place of non-judgment and listen. You know, how nice it would be just to feel like you're understood. You try not to sneeze?
Yeah.
We won't sneeze on you. We'll just listen, and we want to make sure that you feel safe during that space that we're going to be holding for you. And honestly, it's like she said, what we share is what I consider rocket fuel on the spiritual path. So to figure out what that is, hit us up. We want to get to know you. We want to hear your story and see if we can help. So,
and also,
yes, don't forget that.
Sign up for our email list. There's a link below for that too. We will be sending out weekly updates, emails and updates on our journey, since we are still on this path too.
And you can communicate with us. Like literally, you can ask any question. If you need help, we will respond.
Make a video if we need to.
Absolutely. So any suggestions you have, that is your open link to us. So please subscribe.
Yep. So we will see you in the next video.
See you then.
Bye.
Take care.